Okay. Come on over, let's see some lighting. I don't have no power yet though, because that's what we're gonna do next.
Are we all set to go?
We are. We've been down the checklist. We have everything. We've confirmed our belts and hoses. We've confirmed our fluid levels, and we've checked the lug nuts and the tires, tire pressure and wear, and I'm not very pleased because what I've found out here is that he doesn't even know how many tools he has. See, remember when I did that nice 3-jaw chuck last week? Because he said, oh, let's make this really nice because it's going to be shown on a current show coming up. I said, oh, yeah, no problem. So I did. And he said, whoa, that looks so good. Let's just go ahead and do, I think I have 8 more. Let me just go ahead and do them.
The problem is I don't see chucks on the table.
No, I got to squeeze one little job in for the Barker here. Let me just share. I've masked these all up. Hey, hello, and welcome back. This is Shop Adventures 31. I'm Lance.
And I'm Patrick.
Here we go. Another week of dynamic duel.
Oh, it was a really interesting week this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, we left the Bat Cave.
Oh, yeah, we did. We went for a little drive. That was fun.
It was really something out there. That was really something there. Yeah, we did take a fine road trip, as promised.
Yes.
Brought on by a viewer. So...
yeah, thanks to Vernon, we did do the little drive, and it was a nice day too, so it was perfect.
And then we moved on in the week, and we actually had to go back to work, and fun was over there, clearly. And, you know, we found an obsession that Patrick shares with Mr. Pete. I guess he's Mr. Pete Jr. here with his collection of tools. He gets in a little bit of scolded trouble from me, but we get through it.
Well, you know, what happened was, you know, earlier in the week, you know, we shared with you, we refurbished one lathe chuck, and we were so proud of it. It worked so great. We said, hey, you know what, let's do the rest of our lathe chucks.
The camera really liked the look of it. It picks up well on the camera, and which is good because the work sticks out of that, so made it look good.
Yeah, and it just functioned so perfect. So we said, you know what, we're going to do the rest of the chuck. So early in the week, you know, Lance asked me, so how many chucks do you think we have? And then I told him 8, maybe 10. I don't see more than 10. So yeah, you don't have to schedule that much time into it. Boy, was I wrong. You know, throughout the week, you know, I think it was a few days here and there.
Don't give it out.
I won't give it out. But, you know, every time I go out into the workshop and search for chucks, it was like an Easter egg hunt. I kept finding chucks.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's kind of funny.
No.
So...
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, so you'll see. We share all the chucks I find.
You'll even find out why it's not funny. Because I have a moment.
Okay. So
we do take people and share how in the hell we get power at this location in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we never shared that before on video.
No, but if you follow us on Instagram,
that's right.
That's always with the link below. It's like 5 miles down, but it's in that link below. And Instagram is where we first ever did that, and that's because it's one of the first things we ever did when we bought this home.
Right, and that's the upgrading our place here to 3-phase power, 400 amps. You know, right where prior, when we purchased the house, it only had a 100 amp single-phase breaker.
With no door.
With no door and full of sand.
I sold it anyway. We knew we were in trouble to begin with.
Yeah, so we're really proud. I mean, it was a big decision. And so we give you a little highlight of what we did. And we were going to go really in depth, but then we figured it really should deserve its own video.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that when we get a real 3-phase power requirement machine one day.
Yeah.
And when we do that connection, we'll actually share everything that goes with what it took to get this and what we went through to be here today.
Yeah, because it's quite the adventure.
Oh, boy.
You know, it took really almost a year. I believe it was 11 months in the planning. I mean, that's how long it took. I mean,
and it's really, really expensive thing to do.
Yeah.
Really crazy. And it could have been a whole lot more if you haven't done your homework. So, yeah, there you go. We don't want to ruin it. We're not talking about today.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I do share some lighting and stuff. We'll take you over and just give you a little upgrade on the grinding hut.
Oh, that's right. I follow you over to the grinding hut and you share some updates.
And I show off another grounding rod in the ground on our way there, and a new surprise that's being added as well.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
And an update on the indexer. I even do an updater on the 5C collet indexer.
Oh, that's right. The
Spindexer. Yeah, whatever they call it.
Spindex or whatever they call it.
Yep. We do a little bead blast operation there, and we're moving along. It's going to be a multi-part series. It's a full rebuild, actually.
And that Spindex is really unique because it's vintage. It's not a newer one. It's a really old one that...
It's all casted.
Yeah, we got it when we purchased the Barker.
Came with the Barker.
Yeah, so it's really unique. We've never seen...
But I'll give them those details about it out there. But yeah, it is really... It is specifically fit to the table size we have to work with, which is just 6x20.
Yeah, it's so unique. We can't find another one on the internet. And unfortunately, it looks like it did have a plate on it, but since it's fallen off or it's gone, so maybe one of you can identify it.
Yep, that would be really... Oh, that's a good idea. You know what? That's really helpful.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I can't figure it out. You know what? I've looked at a lot of them, and Lord knows we got a few people we follow that are really into these things, and one of them is the House of Broken Dobbs, Dan Dobbs.
Yeah.
He's really into these. He's really into these. I never get tired of watching those rebuilds on all those plates and angles and spinners and all that. He's really good. Actually, it's very entertaining. I enjoy it. Okay, couple shout outs this week. Should we get it over with?
Sure.
Dave M., San Diego, California.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he's a good guy. That's how we got those 11 collets and those tools from his dad.
Yeah, the Watchmaker tools.
And 11 tool you didn't have.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. And our little friend we like, I shouldn't call him little, that isn't nice. He's not. Jace over there in, I believe, the UK. It's a DIY TEK NUT. And both these guys had something in common this week. Both of them referenced us.
Yeah.
There may have been more, but those are two I definitely know for sure. So I want to be sure we appreciate you, and I'll have a link to these two guys down below. They're both entertaining to watch. I like them.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys.
Yep, that's really cool. Where are we at next? What are we doing? We're going to go into our new highlights, or did you want to talk about this little issue that came up this week?
What issue's that?
Well, you don't know about it, so I'm going to spring it on it right here live. I was sent this box. This cardboard box came. Yeah, that's it. Sent from a guy with a barn. I'm not a name dropper on this one because, some people decided they'd get together and they really were amazed by your cardboard formation abilities in building that safety enclosure around that CNC mill in the garage. So the guy with the barn and the dog named Bailey sent you this cardboard box. It's empty, but he's wanted to know what you could make out of. Could you make a car with that? Maybe an airplane? Because you're just so talented with your cardboard.
You just had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
No, it was funny. Lance told me earlier in the week. He said, "You've got to read these messages," and because I think it was Brian with the barn.
Yeah.
Then Peter in Australia.
Yeah.
And then after that, Pierre from Canada.
Yeah.
Pierre's garage.
Nobody missed out on this little sarcastic moment here.
I knew it was funny. They all gave me a hard time about the cardboard enclosure for a tag milling machine.
I ate up every minute of it because you're the one that built that concoction out there.
Yeah, it really is funny because, it wasn't meant to be permanent. It was one of those things where, we did the CNC conversion because it was a manual milling machine when we bought it. So we did the conversion and then we started using it for a project of ours. And it was, chips, and we were doing a lot of milling.
The chips are so small because that's what we cut here.
Oh, yeah, and the chips were flying everywhere. And we said, we got to do something about this. It's just a mess everywhere. So we went to the store, got a moving box, made this fancy enclosure.
Even got a little aluminum railing system, and specialized tape. And
to keep it up.
Corners are all sealed. Yeah. I vacuum it when we clean. So when I clean the machine shop, I vacuum it all around that enclosure.
Yeah, so it's really a temporary solution.
Yeah, it's been here a while.
But it was really funny because I never imagined anybody would comment on it. I just didn't cross my mind. Yeah, so that's really funny. You just had to bring it up.
So, boys, what comes around goes around. Watch out for me. We're coming. Okay, is that it? We got that over with. I got you. I had to get you.
So what's coming up?
Well, the highlights, the new highlights edition. That's at the end of our openings. There's always the highlights. That's what's coming in the week or two, or next week, or in the near future, the foreseeable that we're currently working on is why we know what to tell you.
No, you're right. We thought it'd be kind of nice to kind of share. Some future plans, like if we have a topic or...
I mean, where the hell are we heading?
Right.
We're just babble on every week. We're here. Well, where are you going? Where's the future? What are we doing?
So like Lance said, if we know we're going to be working on something within a week or 2 or 3, we'll share it with you guys to kind of give it, get an idea of what we're up to.
Yeah. So, I'm going to show off some of this new labor I've been inherited from Patrick. These chucks. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to give you a quick look at them. You guys have seen me fix, polish, inspect, and do enough of these little parts.
Oh, like a show and tell.
Little show and tell of some of these chucks, and some of them they're just really small. But you see all that and all that. Anyway, do we do that? And
that'll be neat.
And what are we going to do in the workshop? I hear we're going to do something in the workshop.
We're going to do a little upgrade to the Watchmaker bench.
And you're finally going to disclose something about why you don't have one of those traditional wooden Watchmaker desks, huh?
That's right. I'm going to share with you why our Watchmaker desk is different than what you would typically see as a Watchmaker desk.
That's right.
Yeah, so kind of unique, and we're going to do a couple of upgrades, really neat upgrades to it. So that's going to be really fun to do.
And if we're lucky, I'm going to do 11 accessory show. All of them are officially done now.
That's right. And we haven't, since we've completed all the accessories, we haven't shared all of them. So we thought we would do like a final celebration showing.
Kind of a wrap it up and get it off the list. And then the next time you'll see them, they'll just be on the machines. I think I had said they'd be on the machines in the future, but I decided we should just show you every one of them in the arsenal. And that's kind of like a tool room to us. And we go pull one from the tool room and we put it to work.
That's right, especially now that they're still clean.
Yeah, they're all
pretty.
Still pretty, and I don't have to deal with them for I'm hoping a while.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's everything we have this week.
Yeah, that's it.
We do have a little action for you. It's unusual, so I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check back in with us regularly. And oh my goodness, I almost forgot. We've got to make sure everybody understands how proud we are. It's about those comments.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm not going to tell you to comment. I don't even ask you to subscribe to this channel. You do what you want to do. You're either going to be what you want to see or we're not going to be. And what we're doing today is pretty much how it's going to look for a very long time. That's fine. We're not for everybody, but we are for many. And having you along has been quite a joy, but the biggest joy we got, I didn't see coming. Again, here I am, caught off guard. We just don't have social skills. We're not out in the public's eye. This is it for us. So those comments are gold to us.
Yeah.
And those comments are some of the most well-written amount of effort I've ever witnessed from a bunch of people that turn out to be a community of people that are very much our friends. It's just amazing. I don't want to sound like a gusher about it, but I have to say, they're pretty detailed comments with great information for you as viewers to read. I suggest you read those comments and the replies. You'll get some answers from us, but you'll get some of this. Go ahead, Patrick.
I was just going to mention is, and we do really love all comments, the detailed ones, the humorous ones.
The simple ones, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Even the cardboard one.
So we really enjoy all of them. But there are, some of you guys are really detailed, and we're even learning
this
a
last
lot.
week's video that got the pin to the top for the week. Remember, every week we pick one that goes pin to the top. It's not always a technical one. Some things were shared this week were very helpful to us.
Yeah.
We didn't know about, and we're investigating to make sure that they're the best we can do. And then once they are, we'll share them again probably, or show it in work.
Right.
But the one that won this week, the guy just made the comment about that vacuum pin you had coming out of that thing, and he did the word pop. And I said, that's it, pin to the top.
Oh, especially because it's my favorite fit.
Oh, yeah, well, Yeah, he's just so proud of it. I guess he conveyed that very well to this young man that we pinned him to the top this week, and we notified him. So prizes will come eventually, and we'll start doing something. I don't know. We're new.
We'll have some fun. Yeah.
That's it. Let's get out of here. Let's go to work. We can't be sitting here talking all day.
Let's do it.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, hey there, Lance.
All sparky over here today. Okay, well, we wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. We're going to be pulling the electric to the grinding hut. That's right? So
Yeah.
So that's where our 200 amp panel is, and I thought, well, let's go back to the source of where the power comes here from, and then and that's what we had to go through. So I'm going to take that camera from Patrick. Patrick's going to explain how much power we have, what the power does, and how it gets to the grinding hut. Where we're going to be bending conduit and finally pulling wire and putting my equipment in there so I can hide from Patrick. That's the way it is. Okay, here, I'll switch it.
Yeah, originally, just so you know, when we first moved into this house, it had this little tiny panel right here. And, you know, it was a tiny little breaker box, and it had the meter on top.
And no door.
Yeah, no door, full of sand. Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, we get really high winds here, 60 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like as now.
So it was really bad. So what we did is, you know, we made the decision to upgrade to 3-phase power. And that was a really big decision. I'll get into that in a little bit. But really quick, so now the new system, it's true 3-phase power here. And it's the 120-208 version. And this is just the meter box. That's all this does. We can't open this. This is owned by Southern California Edison.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have access to it. Basically, all that's in here are current transformers to measure the power consumption. Okay, then, so the power comes in overhead, down into the meter, comes into the main switch box. And when you get 3-phase power, this isn't true, you don't need this for single-phase power, but for 3-phase power, they require a main switch box. And that's what this is. So what you have is, we have the main breaker, and this is a 3-phase breaker, 400 amp, okay? And then it comes down here and it splits into 3-phase. So these are our 3-phase breakers, and then we got our single-phase breakers down here. And currently, we have 3-phase, which we call the garage panel, which is really our workshop.
Machine shop.
Machine shop, I'm sorry, the machine shop, not the workshop. And then the house. So the house is actually 3-phase now too, although we're running machines in there. And then single phase, our little workshop is actually single phase because we just don't have big machines in there that require.
We wouldn't be either. You would not put a 3-phase machine in there.
No, I mean we do have some 3-phase little tiny machines. Like our tapping machine has a 3-phase motor, but we use a VFD because it's so small and it gives us speed control. Okay. So, and actually, we have 2 sets of breakers, one for the workshop panel and then for the workshop AC. Okay, so what that gives us, in the future, we can actually add 3-phase to another location. Like if we want to, I don't know, have another workshop or something, or even convert.
Or incorporate a neighboring property, where if we incorporate the neighboring property, we're allowed to pull this power to it.
That's right. So that's nice to have. So we have a little room for growth. And then we have a lot of room for single phase power, and we're actually going to pull some single phase connections over to the grinding hut and over to our little working shed that's right there.
Yeah, that's a 100 amp breaker, that box going in there,
Yeah,
right? That's the maintenance center. That's where we do all of that. That's where I keep all the stuff to build the grinding hut, or fix the air conditioner, or anything else that comes up.
Yeah, so that shed's just going to have a 100 amp single phase breaker box, and then the grinding hut's going to have a single phase 200 amp breaker box.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's that.
So we just wanted to show you where the power comes from, and now we're going to take you and show you how we've installed our lighting over at the. Here, I'm going to give this back to you.
Okay.
And we're going to go share you how we put the lighting in the grinding hut now. I've laid it in, which means.
And those are our 3-phase transformers up there.
They're ours.
Yeah, if you notice right there, they had to install that new pole, and that pole that you see chopped off, they chopped it off. That used to be the old pole. but they needed a bigger, newer pole to hold the 3-phase transformers up there.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I've done so far. Just to give you guys an update, because this is how I'm building the siding and everything. So this is the grounding rod I put in already here too. Remember, I put a grounding rod in at the grinding hut. Now we've got one here at the maintenance shop, because the repair place here, because this is a 240 square foot place where I do wood sawing and I cut the concrete siding and anything else that's made that's how I do the work. And then I drag a bunch of tools out. But I just want to share with you guys, kind of give you guys a feel for how we do our outside work a little bit. So that's it for that. Okay. Come on over, let's see some lighting. I don't have no power yet though, because that's what we're going to do next. Okay, these are my light fixtures. And why did I even bother to share this with you guys? Here's what it is. There's 4 of these LED light fixtures in here, and that's fine. But what it is the next thing we do is we mount the boxes loosely on the walls, the 220s, 110s, all over the place, and we pull the conduit up, pin the conduit up to the back of these light fixtures, so that all we have to do in the outside lighting and everything, then all we got to do is mount all the boxes and install the conduit all at the same time. And Patrick's going to do a great bending job on conduit. Maybe I'll catch a little on film for you.
Sure.
So that's where we're at right now. These are the last things that had to be in here in order for us to start forming the conduit. Start bending the conduit, put it in here, and get it done. Okay, so that's what we want to give you, a little update.
Yeah, and for those that haven't seen it, this is the breaker box right here.
200 amp.
Yeah, 200 amp.
But nothing yet. We do all this work ourselves though. It's pretty easy once you learn it on.
Yeah.
But bending conduit's not.
Well, I don't mind 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch AMT, but that 1 inch, that's tough
and
stuff.
All of a sudden that big bender's just huge, and now I know why it's that big.
Oh yeah.
That'll be hanging on it overnight. I'll have to go over and put my big ox ass on it and bend it, get it to go for him, but it's all right. So I just want to give you that little update while we're out and share how the tower's going to get here. It runs underground, as you know. Both of them, I've already laid the ground, so both conduits are pulled for here and the repair shop, right? There's twin conduits there because one's for security camera cable.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing over there, so I've pulled 2 over there too, into the maintenance shop, so that that'll have cameras watching the house instead.
Right.
The house watching outside, we'll be watching the house from outside. That's a smart move in the world today. Okay, well that's it for me. I haven't done any more siding. I know. I'll get to it. I have to get the electrical done first, and then I'll pull some more siding around here. It's just hard work putting that concrete.
Yeah, it is.
It's a mess too. Takes diamond blades and all that stuff, but it's all right. I make it. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Lance.
Well, I've got our safety traveler's checklist here with us, so clearly we are about to embark on a great journey out across the vast and ever wide and open Mojave Desert of Southern California. Come along and join us, won't you?
Sure will. Oh, here, go ahead and get in. Yeah, so this is our 2002 Jeep Wrangler. Our little baby that we lifted.
Oh yeah, he thinks it's all that.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is our driveway, and that's what we look at all the time.
Oh, want to see how many miles we have?
Yeah, here we go. This is how many miles our only car has.
We did pass 40,000. Let's see, 41,641 miles.
She's really getting up there.
Not bad for how many years?
17 years old. Yeah, we got it brand new.
We did.
You got to have this living up here, though.
Oh, are we all set to go?
We are. We've been down the checklist. We have everything. We've confirmed our belts and hoses. We've confirmed our fluid levels, and we've checked the lug nuts and the tires, tire pressure and wear, and and the lights are all properly functioning. It's like when oh yeah, check this out. This is our where the airport kind of comes right here, and here, and this is the bar. What's it called? Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Boy, if I were like, I don't know, 30 years younger, I'd probably be hanging out over here a little bit. Oh, there's the parking. Okay, this is where you park. And the funny thing about this is where you park when you fly here, I should say. This is the Yucca Valley Airport, and this is the visitors parking area. There's actually an air show, a little airplane share show here one Sunday of the month. I think it's the first Sunday of every month.
Right.
And so when you park here, though, there's a law. They have a little honor metal can out here, a big metal pole in the ground with a lock on it, and it tells you that you're that you have to leave $5 for a single engine, $7.50 for a dual engine. And I don't know what they charge for those private jets that come in here. They better get double. Okay. Well, that's the Yucca Valley Water Company. That's how we get our water, high desert water. We live right here. Everything's right here. It's pretty neat. We live in the heart of downtown, right? This is it.
And Edison, our power company, is just right next door to that.
Those are our best friends. Coming up in a future video. Okay, this is the main highway. This is California State Route 247. This little 2-laner takes you all the way out to Barstow. We're going to go up a hill and we're going to climb out. We live in this valley, so we're going to climb up out of this valley floor, right?
Yeah.
And if you stayed on this, it would take you out to Barstow, California, which kind of like the center point. This the only way to Las Vegas is the Highway 15 takes you from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Is Highway 15 from the LA basin. So this road runs over to that from here. And that's what we're doing. Hey, maybe if we're lucky, we'll see some tanks today, huh?
Oh yeah.
We are the largest military marine base in the world. We're just about 22 miles from it. They practice all over here. This place shakes all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going up the hill. Uh-oh, got a downshifter.
Rocky up here, huh?
Oh yeah, look, check it out. Don't get car sick on us. Usually if I'm not busy with this, I'd be distracted complaining about Patrick's driving. I do that a lot.
They're driving too fast.
Slow it down a little. What's your hurry? Shoot, if I could get him to work as fast as he drives, we'd be the Rockefellers. Just kidding. Climbing the hill, we're coming up to the top. Well, we're coming up to get to the top. What you're coming up to after you climb up out of this valley floor like this is you get to a place called the Mesa. That's what we call it. And it's because unlike climbing a hill and then you go downhill, you just climb up here and it's flat.
Yeah.
It's flat all the way across the desert. And we're out, we're not far from, where is it? Death Valley.
Oh, sure.
Our favorite place, Mountain Pass. That's on your way to Las Vegas. These are all, but what's really neat out here is the creator point of view person, is there's no fences. So you're free to wander this desert all you want and explore. And we love our geology. So we love the study of rocks a lot. So it's really gives you, and if you're trying to be a designer and a creator, you have free space here, right?
Yeah.
Go hide in the rocks. for a while.
Yeah, a lot of people hide up in here, huh?
Yeah, we got a lot of people hiding out here. And along with the UFOs. You know what I mean? Well, this trip today is all Vernon's fault, pretty much. Two Busted Thumbs Productions.
Yeah, it's his fault that we're going to eat 2 huge hamburgers, onion rings, fries.
And that we even backed the car out of the driveway. We don't really ever leave, but it's okay. That's my choice. You know, we're having a good time. We love what we do. Are you kidding me? And we really love the interaction with the community of YouTube. I really, honestly, it's really great. Okay, there's our trash truck company for the whole damn valley up here, or where we were from, the valley. We're really out where there's nothing now, though, as we're heading out, right?
That's right.
We're not far out of Pioneer Town. That's a famous place where movie sets were done for cowboys westerns, and they still do reenactments there today. So that's pretty neat. Hollywood used to film there a lot.
Right.
Now everything's in front of a green screen. Nothing's real. There's a boat. There's more boats per capita here than anywhere in the world for a landlocked location in the middle of a desolate, arid desert that has no water.
That's right. We see more boats here than anywhere, but there's no lake.
Not even water. The closest water is the Colorado River. It's about 3 hours out.
Yeah.
3.5 hours. Your favorite part's coming up, huh?
Yeah, the drop off.
Yeah. Now, where you're at right now, well, you're not. Oh, I gotta wait. Never mind. I'm got ahead of myself. We're at something really famous, though. I will say that, and we're gonna eat out past it. On our left, if you can see along here, there's green over it now. Typically, it's red to orange rock. That's volcanic. Just so you guys know, those are prehistoric volcanoes. There's a lot of down below us. We're in a high mountain desert. What they call high desert. There's a low desert down below, and that's where all the hot springs are, and the mud pots, and the Salton Sea. California's largest salt lake, or one of the largest salt lakes in the world, I believe. But anyway, one of them. And what you're going to come up on, and I'm going to wait. We got to go into the curve. When we go into the curve, I'll surprise you. Pat,
Sure.
I know my geology around here. I studied a lot of geology it's a hobby.
Actually, a lot of traffic today.
Can I turn the camera just to show that valley?
Oh yeah,
Check that out.
That's pretty.
And then neat over there. I hope you can get a little bit better look, guys. It's really neat in through there. That's called Pipes Canyon. It's really cool out here. That takes you over to the Pioneer Town and that stuff like that. This is Pat's drop-off. Sit.
Yeah, one of them.
This is a big valley right here. So just drops down. There's that canyon we were just showing you. It just drops down right here. It's really been very volcanic here. And the reason that is when we climb back up out of this hill and start a right bank, we're actually going over the San Andreas Fault. It runs through here, and it's a very famous fault. You've seen it in the movies. It's always used in the earthquake movies and those kind of things. The real famous San Andreas Fault, which shakes pretty strong through here when we get an earthquake, and it heads on all the up through here, all the way up through San Francisco.
Right.
We're at the south end of it. And San Francisco basically goes off in the water just south of San Francisco to the north. There. This isn't a geology lesson today, though. I'm just sharing along the way, honestly. All these funny looking things you see sticking up out of the ground out here, I better tell you what they are. They only grow at our altitude, and they only grow in the Mojave Desert, and those are called Joshua trees. They're actually a plant. They live a while, and they drop seedlings and grow more, and that's why they look so funny. So they're a highly protected species of plant. It's really a big deal to dig them up, I guess.
Oh yeah, you can't cut one down or.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, and what's funny about it is their roots are huge in diameter to the tree. Just they're all real shallow roots and they're real big in diameter. That's how they survive in the desert. They get their water that way because it's very, very arid and very dry here. It gets into 100. We get in around about the 114 for about a week in July. That's about right?
Right.
Let's see how that Patrick looks when he's driving. I hate when they do this on those cop shows. Show us the road, damn it.
Live PD.
It's pretty out today, though. It's a little bit cloud. Usually it's pure blue here. Usually 100% bright blue. So it's just got a little bit over haze this morning. A little moisture up there, if you will. Boy, we never get any moisture.
We're almost there.
Yeah, it was a big journey. You can see why we had to check all those, do that vehicle safety inspection.
Yeah, check all those fluids and all that, 'cause you never know.
Yeah, he packed water in his first aid kit.
Okay, here we go. It's coming up on the left.
Yeah, now what they do here, this is a butcher shop. This is a convenience store that doesn't sell any machine tools, so I don't call it too convenient. It's a gas station, and it's a restaurant, and they're just really nice people. This really services a big off-road community that comes up here to go off-roading.
Well, it's funny, this same owner owns an Indian restaurant in Joshua Tree.
That we have been to.
Yeah, and it's actually the best Indian food, or one of the best Indian food places we've been to.
This is called Heroes Market and Restaurant, and it's pretty good. Okay. We'll be back.
Oh, here, let me grab the camera. Yeah, I agree. Wasn't that was awesome? Oh, that snow.
A month ago, I didn't get any.
Oh, really?
It did it like a cyclone, and I didn't get any. So I
That's
like
too
that.
bad. We had plenty. You could have had some.
When the wind blows, you get more. And it's 6 inches of snow, you can get 6 feet. Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you very much.
We're back, and we've got our burgers came. Look at the diameter and circumference of this beauty. Let's go inside and take a look. Oh, there's Patrick thinks this is better than mine. Got them onion rings, because he doesn't like potatoes, which the potato is, in any fashion, is one of my favorite foods. And Patrick doesn't care for potatoes, says they're tasteless. So he gets the fancy upscale, an up order onion ring order, mind you. There's an extra $1 for that. This is the beautiful bun. It's got fresh California avocado. It's got some nice cheese, a big burger patty, some bacon.
Which they make here, the patties.
They do because they have their own butcher shop and they graze the cattle here in the middle of the high desert.
So it's super fresh.
Oh yeah, we have more farming here than you think. Horses, cows, pigs, chickens, and a lot of agriculture.
Right.
Okay, well I feel like the historian today. There's my big burger patty, my bacon, which is also local, and my fresh tomato and lettuce. And these are the most beautiful thing on earth. Look at the see? Look, see? It smiles. Yes, your burger's better.
Oh, and those onion rings, oh, those are delicious looking.
Let's see here. That one? Hey, the stick comes in handy. I won't get bit. All right.
Thank you.
Can we eat now? Because I'm hungry.
Yeah, bye.
There's Patrick's favorite hill. Wee, wee, wee! Wee, wee, wee! I had both arms up. Well, I have to say, that was some of the best French fries I've ever had.
And onion rings.
And them onion rings, there were more on that plate that I think they count.
I'm stuffed.
I need a nap, but I gotta go back and start on some chucks.
Yep.
Yeah, here, I only have like a half a dozen of these for you to do, buddy. Oh, okay. Well, it turns out there's 18 of them. 9 of them are made in America. 9 of them are made in Switzerland.
I was actually surprised that we had 18 chunks.
My hands are going to be really surprised. I'm going to redo them all because they're the star of the show. That's what the camera's going to focus on, especially the new camera. The one's going to really focus on the machining. Those cameras are going to be seeing a lot of chuck action. Okay, we're going to descend the hill, right?
That's right.
Here we go. We're on our way down. Oh boy. Oh, there's some snow way off in the mountains over. That's Mount San Gorgonio way to the right. You can't see that on the camera. Since we don't get out much, we don't get to see these things. So I hope you guys like the rock formations. They're really pretty. This is a really a very weathered area. It's crumbling away. It's just slowly and gradually turning to granule sand and pyrites and dirt and quartz and granites and basalt, because we have a lot of volcanic activity here in the past. Like, I don't know.
Oh, there's a good view right
Isn't this
here.
nice? Look at that. It's actually a gradual. It's steep, but it's gradual. And then there's the airport straight ahead out the front window. And that's where we live, right there at that airport. Way over there. There's the airport runway.
Yeah.
Right down through there. It's not too busy today.
No,
Sometimes we get up to
parked.
2 planes a day. It's a little busier on Wednesday and Saturday, I think, right?
Even Sunday, I think the weekend.
Yeah, it gets a little more popular. There we are. We're back. We survived a wonderful outing across the open Mojave Desert.
Good.
All right, thank you. Okay, well, we are here to see Mr. Pat, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not very pleased, because what I've found out here is that he doesn't even know how many tools he has. See, remember when I did that nice 3-jaw chuck last week? Because he said, oh, let's make this really nice because it's going to be shown on a current show coming up. I said, oh, yeah, no problem. So I did. He said, whoa, that looks so good. Let's just go ahead and do, I think I have 8 more. Let me just go ahead and do them. So this morning he calls me out here. And I'm a little bit shocked by what I see. Anyway, I'm going to let him take over from here because I'm never that mad. But I know what I'll be doing for a while. Hi, Patrick.
Hi, guys. I've got a tool problem.
Somebody's needing some help.
Okay. Well, yeah, because, Lance told me earlier this week, he asked me, so how many chucks do you think you have? So I can schedule them in. I said, 8, 10 maximum. I don't think we have more than 10.
And nothing to worry about because they're small.
Yeah, they're small. Pretty good condition, no rust. It's not like an old vintage part or machine. So anyway, last few days, 2-3 days, I've just been, every once in a while going through the workshop, going in drawers, boxes, trying to find all our chucks. And I found, this is actually the last one I think I found just about an hour ago. And believe it or not, this is the 23rd chuck I found.
Not counting the one that's already done now.
Yeah, so that makes a total of 24 lathe chucks.
Terrible.
Well, you know what happens, and hopefully some people can relate to this. You know, you find your favorite chuck.
You know, Tool Buyers Anonymous members can probably really chime in with you here.
You know, the ones you find your favorite ones are the ones you commonly use, and then you keep them next to your lathes, and then you typically use those all the time, and then you just start, you know, and then you've got these other other tools and tooling that you keep in drawers and stuff, and they just sit there, and then, you know, after years go by, you forgot you have these tools or chucks or whatnot, and that's what happened to me. You know, I really, honestly, I just can't believe we have these many chucks. So what we've decided to do is, actually, we hope this is going to encourage us to do two things. You know, so we have 23 chucks that we're going to redo. I'm going to disassemble all of them. I'm going to give them to Lance. You know, Lance is going to do his magic where he cleans them, polishes them, you know, looks them over for damage and wear and so forth. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select maybe 2 or 3 of the older ones, and we're going to actually donate those to our little museum. So our little museum will have a few little chucks on display.
So that means I'll be showing those right before they go get put away.
Right. So
we'll always share the tools that get added to the museum as they get added over time.
Right. And then the other thing we hope that this will encourage us to do is start utilizing some of these chucks. There's some really nice chucks. I mean, I really forgot. Like, I even forgot I had this one, and God, this could be so useful. So we hope that by refurbishing all these chucks, it'll encourage us, to use them, put them to good use. And, you know, now that we're making our own product, you know, we feel that we can really put these to good use. So it's kind of funny. So, any questions, Lance?
Yeah, why don't you share? Well, since I'll be really handling every little lesson that get here, why don't you share, start with, I don't know, these right here?
Oh, sure.
Why don't you share what you kind of have right here?
Yeah, okay, these are, we have a few of these. These are independent 4-jaw chucks. And so you can see there's little screws right there to adjust each independent jaw. And then, let's see, we have 2 10mm arbors and a 3C. And then we have some 3-jaw chucks here. You know, and these are on a scroll, so they move all together.
Are 8mm, 10mm, and a big 3C.
Yeah, look at this. See, these... Yeah, so 8, 10, but look at the big jump to 3C. That really surprised us. You know, we've always had these lathes. Our last lathe setup we ever purchased was a 3C. And boy, when we purchased our 3C lathe setup, we were so surprised by the big jump, which is great. You know, that's actually a really big positive for us because it allowed us to, you know, be able work on larger parts on that lathe.
And that'll be the size we use to make our main product.
That's right.
That's as big as we're going to be able to get our main product's base product, and then the accessories can be smaller parts and stuff.
Exactly. And then let's. Oh, this is really unique. You don't see this very often. Okay, this is also an independent.
Hey guys, if you haven't caught on yet, what's going on here is you noticed how each tool is specific and special, and this one's unique. And I didn't know I had this one. This could have been useful. And we might need that one over there, and this one's coming up here, and someday I'm going to want to put this on there. And you know, it's really nice to set this one up and leave it like this is how you get 24 chucks or more.
Well, you never know. And but this is unique because if you see it, look at this. This is like a miniaturized version of what you would find on a large lathe. See, and it even comes with a little chuck key, and this is where you can adjust each individual jaw. And this happens to have 8mm arbor. And this is actually made. This one's made from Boley and Lennon, in case some are interested in that.
Is that German or?
German.
That's German.
Yeah.
So we have German, Swiss, and US made.
Yeah, this is actually a USA made chuck. So that's interesting.
She's a beauty.
Yeah, this one's nice condition. Oh yeah, these are faceplate chucks. See that? These are typically used for holding plates. like let's say a watch plate, you're going to work on a watch plate, and this is like a centering tool. Let's say you want to center the watch plate onto it. You want the center to be a specific hole in the plate. Well, that's what this little center is for right here. So you can center it get it exactly centered. And then you've got these jaws that move all around, based on the shape and size of the plate. So these are really useful in watchmaking. And you got your general faceplate chucks. These we don't use very often because this is where you're really going to do something production-wise.
Yeah, that actually might work for. We might make a setup on it to use on our new product. We're not dead set.
Right, and this is where you would mount like a fixture.
Yeah.
Or you would use this if you have if you're working on a part that's has a really a strange shape. Like you couldn't typically, hold in a 3, 4, 6 jaw chuck, where you have to mount it. And if you notice, each one of these holes are tapped, so you can put screws in each one. So really, really nice to have.
Oh, so you do have a 6 jaw chuck, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is a 6 jaw chuck right here. I started taking this apart. So you got the 8mm arbor. Okay, and so that's a bezel. They refer to these as bezel chucks as well. And so that's a 6 jaw chuck. Oh, and this is what they call combination 6 jaw chuck. The reason being is you can use the outside jaws for holding like bezels, different size bezels, or you can also hold the disc using the inside.
That's really good. What's your smallest one here?
Oh, I actually happen to have a tiny one here. This is our only tiny one. Typically, like you see all these chucks, most chuck sizes in watchmaking, let me see, 50, 70, 75 millimeter. So 75 millimeters are common size. This one's 50 millimeter. So this is really tiny, and this is a 6 jaw. This happens to have these type of jaws, which is really interesting. Okay, so we have that one. Oh, and then we have this one. This one's actually an 85 millimeter.
That one's huge.
Yeah, look at it. So we take, it's a big difference, And this one actually has a 3C arbor, which is perfect. So, a large size and a nice large arbor for larger work.
So what's going on here is why we're sharing these sizes. So when you see them in future videos as we make our products, what we're really trying to do is get you exposed and familiar with what you'll be seeing us machine with. And then you'll go, oh, okay, I've seen that chucker. That's pretty neat. Or I know how big that is then I know how big that part is they're making. And it just kind of helps out. But we're going to have a little helper's aid in the photos to help everybody know what size something is. And it'll be really, I hope it's helpful for everyone.
Definitely. Because there really are. As you can see, there's so many different types and styles. It's just really unbelievable. So, yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's great. Well, we all know where I will be. That will be in the work machine shop for this one.
Very busy, huh?
Very busy. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're going to make them look great for everyone to enjoy.
Oh, they will. And I can't wait to put them all to use.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, we're out in the machine shop with Lance. But the problem is I don't see chucks on the table.
No, I got to squeeze one little job in for the Barker here. Let me just share. I've masked these all up. They're all ready to go. I've picked out my colors, as you guys might have heard me say. Did I not say? Oh, let me go over it again. It's okay. I'm going over to the blast cabinet now to do some bead blasting. This older paint off of here, and I want a certain texture finish on here. And then I'm going to do a 2-part epoxy paint, primer paint. And this is going to end up being a maroon color, which matches the, this is going to be the hand. This is the hand wheel that's hand ground. It's really good. It's going to have
that's the drawbar for the 5C collet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And this is a moving part. Moves up, so because it's a moving part, it's going to be maroon.
Okay.
Okay. And these, which is the color of the ways and all the print on the Barker mill.
Right.
This is an accessory for the Barker mill. So these are going to be the gray we've already painted the Barker mill in. So I've got enough 2-part epoxy to do both of these parts. So, but first I'm going to bead blast them. I'm going to come back. I'm going to stone them. And just check their tolerances and everything make sure the 5C is good and everything's all right. And if it is, I'll clean it up really good. I'm going to remask it again after that. I'm going to 2-part epoxy it, and I'm going to bake it.
Oh, great.
So this thing's going to be like bulletproof. There's no paint coming off. This is the only way you really can paint things that are going to be used a lot. You've got powder coating, yes, but this is 2-part epoxy. This is just like an armor coat.
I agree. It's wonderful. Expensive, but wonderful.
Really expensive paint, but it is really worth it. And since we have enough left over, I wouldn't have bought it just to do this.
Oh, no, it's left over.
It's a 2-gallon minimum max part mix deal, and it's just, it's complex. Okay, that's it. Let's go over to the blast cabinet, shall we? And I'll take us over to our American-made blast cabinet and give you a little instruction on why we have a big blast cabinet in the micro machine shop.
Great, I'll meet you there.
Thank you. I thought I'd go ahead and show you the blast cabinet for the last time in the machine shop before I take it to the grinding hut, because we'll be moving it in there by the next time you see it in the operation anyway, I would say. Right, Patrick? You agree?
I agree.
It should be there by then. You want to show them a little peek inside? This is really big,
sure.
American-made. Blast cabinet has its own vacuum system. It's a twin LED light, so that's nice. But what it is it's got such volume, our air compressor cannot compete with it. So it's kind of a little bit of a challenge for us, but it is really produces high volume blast media. It's really nice.
Take a look at the vacuum system.
Scat blast, if anybody wants to know. And this the vacuum system really works well. So I don't have to wear no mask. There's never any leaks. I simple drains in the bottom. I dump all my chemicals out of the bottom, or my blast media out of the bottom. So that's pretty easy. That's it. So you showed them inside already?
Yeah.
All right, let's buckle her up and stand by for takeoff there. All right. That's me. Got my valve. Open up my valve. There we go. Okay. Ready? Comes with a foot pedal. Pretty good. I just stick a foot in there. Nothing too elaborate.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I'll just show you guys a little bit, because these are getting ready. And okay, got my gun. Can you see my gun?
Oh, yeah.
I like to share my toys. Here we go. There you go. See that?
Oh, yeah.
We just masked all the critical surfaces, right? Just to keep them down a little bit,
Right.
I'm just using a real media. It's not real strong. I wouldn't call it, I don't think it's blaster. Oh, that was it. Okay.
That's it. Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, it got quiet in here, so I think you're done with the bee blasting.
Oh yeah, that was a little bit just perfect timing, and everybody who owns an air compressor can relate to that little move.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're done bee blasting. That's the actual casting you're seeing here. So we're all done. I'm just gonna get it. All I'm gonna do now is unmask it. We're gonna stone these 3 parts and maybe a few extras here. Sorry, and we're gonna check the 5C collet chucked portion for trueness before. So I'm gonna get all threads all checked and cleaned up, because the next step here, after all of that sparkly and pretty there, is to begin the masking again, so I can do the 2-part epoxy prime, mask and 2-part epoxy prime and put it under the heat lamp. So I'm going to take you along on that, but for now I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks off of this, because you've seen what Patrick has put up for me to do. It's far more important right now to have that than this. This is coming for the Barker's rebuild, so it's just something for me to work in with. Okay, so that's it for now, and I'll be back to share with you what my findings are for the quality, and then I'll be sharing painting.
Well, maybe you could show something, because you were showing me earlier. You didn't show this part. I know you haven't touched it because this one's not getting painted, but yeah, I think you're telling me that this is the body, the spindle kind of, and
this is the spindle, and this is the drawbar.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. And this is what how these guys know how this works.
Yeah, why don't you show?
I got tape on here right now. Hold on here.
Sure. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case somebody sees this other part.
So what's a bunch of junk laying there? What is all that?
Yeah, it is part. I want to show it. It is part of the whole assembly.
Remember, this is going to be a beautiful maroon, which is from the Barker's color choices. And this one goes in here, and there's probably an extra part missing. And this is going to be, what this would be, if you notice that, this would be your, we got to find my little spot in there. There.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, great. And then that whole assembly fits within the body, right?
Yeah, then this goes inside. Well, this would be inside. I just want to show you how the mechanism works.
No, definitely.
And I'm not painting this part right here, so it's, yeah.
Okay, great.
You got it.
And that doesn't get touched at all, right? Just cleaned.
Just cleaned as best I can, but no way, because this is what we're going to be testing and checking to see what the trueness is here.
Right.
Fortunately, we have a nice 5C checking collet. We'll find out.
Yeah, sure. All right, well, thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you leave us one of those comments, maybe we have something we can answer. We will never leave a question unanswered. Thank you.